Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what we're witnessing right now is nothing short of a seismic shift in the NFC East landscape. The Washington Commanders, a team that's been looking for consistency and a real shot at contention, just made a move that could define their future. And it's all about adding a premier pass rusher, Harold Landry from the Tennessee Titans. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just a minor swap, it's a strategic maneuver that could elevate Washington's defense to a new level, especially their pass rush, which has been a bit underwhelming so far this season. But before we dive into the details, let's set the stage with some context. The Titans, currently in a rebuild mode, are clearly tanking, and they're doing it in style. They're sitting at 0-5, with a cap space of around $14 million, and they're unloading assets to build for the future, not necessarily for this season. This trade, in particular, highlights their focus on acquiring draft capital, specifically a fourth-round pick in 2026, and a young safety, Quan Martin, as part of the deal. Meanwhile, the Commanders, with approximately $26 million in cap space, are making a calculated move to bolster their pass rush, something they desperately need if they want to turn their season around and seriously contend in the NFC. Harold Landry, a third-round pick in 2018 from the Titans, has been a versatile and impactful edge rusher throughout his career. Despite some injuries, including a groin strain in 2025 that caused him to miss a few games, Landry has been productive this season. Up until September 15th, he's accumulated 4 sacks, 19 pressures, and earned an impressive PFF grade of 87. 6 for pass rushing. That's no small feat. His win rate against double teams sits at around 24%, which shows his ability to beat blockers even when facing extra attention. Over his career, Landry has amassed 52 sacks, 128 QB hits, and forced 6 fumbles, making him a proven playmaker on the edge. And his skill set reminds many analysts of a cobra strike, quick, precise, and deadly. His quickness is comparable to Danielle Hunter, with a 161 10-yard split, and he's solid against the run with an 83-8 run-stop grade, allowing only about 3 yards per contact. Now, let's talk about his resilience. Landry dealt with a groin injury in 2025, but managed to bounce back and still produce at a high level. His overall PFF grade this season is at 92, and his pressure rate is around 21%, which is quite impressive considering the amount of attention he draws from blockers. He's also capable of impacting the run game with a positive EPA versus the run, at plus 0.15. His versatility as a 3-technique defensive end when needed, combined with his ability to rush the passer from multiple spots, makes him a perfect fit for the Commanders' scheme, especially under Jack Del Rio's defensive system. Meanwhile, for the Titans, this move is about cap relief and rebuilding. They're freeing up around $9 million in cap space, which they can use to extend key players like Jeffrey Simmons or bolster their defensive line depth with players like T'Vondre Sweat, who has a PFF grade of 74.3 and is a solid rotational piece. The Titans' defense currently ranks 30th in the league, allowing about 31 points per game, which is a clear indication that they're in a rebuild mode and focused on developing younger talent and accumulating draft assets. The trade, therefore, makes sense for them. They're not aiming for the playoffs this year, they're building for the future. But for the Commanders, this move could be transformative. Adding Harold Landry immediately boosts their pass rush, which has been inconsistent so far this season. Currently, Washington ranks 23rd in sacks per game at around 2.5 with Landry. That number could jump significantly, potentially adding about 1.7 sacks per game, which would elevate them into the mid-tier among NFL defenses. This improvement on the pass rush would translate into fewer completions allowed, expected to decrease by around 13%, and more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, especially in critical moments. Pairing Landry with someone like Dorrance Armstrong, who already creates pressure, will give the Commanders a potent duo that can disrupt even the best offensive lines. This is especially important when facing quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, who can both run and pass effectively. The increased pressure could make a real difference against teams that rely heavily on their quarterback's mobility and arm talent. In terms of the broader impact, this trade isn't just about improving one area, it's about shifting the entire defensive identity of the Commanders. It's about reintroducing what some fans call their Burgundy Blitz, a fierce, aggressive pass rush that can dictate the pace of the game and set up their secondary for success. The potential upgrade in sacks, moving from 2.5 to around 4. 2 per game could be the catalyst the team needs to turn close losses into wins. And let's not forget the statistical impact on their playoff chances. According to 538, the Commanders' Super Bowl odds could jump from roughly +9,200 to +4,800, a significant increase. That's a boost of more than 100%, and it's all thanks to adding a player like Landry, who could be the X factor in the postseason. His ability to generate pressure on key quarterbacks, especially in high-stakes situations, could be the difference maker in close playoff games, helping them secure wins and advance deeper into the tournament. The NFL has shown us time and again that a fierce pass rush can change everything. Look at the dominant defenses of recent Super Bowl champions. And now, the Commanders are making a clear statement about their intentions. So, what does this mean for the team moving forward? Well, it's a signal that Washington is serious about competing. They've identified their needs, and they've gone out and addressed them with a strategic trade that combines immediate impact with long-term planning. The addition of Landry not only strengthens their front, but also energizes the entire defense, inspiring confidence that they can take on the division rivals and challenge for a playoff spot. This move also sends a message to the NFC East. The Commanders are here to contend, and they're willing to make bold moves to do so. The division might be tightening, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy, but Washington is clearly positioning itself as a team to watch. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Titans' strategy is quite clear. They're in a tank mode, trying to maximize their draft capital and reset their roster. Their focus isn't on the season, but on building a foundation for the future. For them, trading Harold Landry, a proven pass rusher, makes sense. They're getting draft assets and a young safety to develop, while also clearing cap space. It's a classic rebuild move, and it underscores the volatility of the NFL landscape where teams pivot quickly from contenders to rebuilders, depending on their circumstances and strategic goals. Back to the Commanders, this trade also aligns perfectly with their current roster needs. They've been searching for that game-changing pass rusher, someone who can consistently pressure the quarterback and make life difficult for offensive lines. Landry fits that mold perfectly. His skill set, combined with his resilience and proven production, makes him an immediate upgrade. Plus, his addition could help unlock the full potential of the secondary, allowing the linebackers and safeties to play more aggressively, knowing they have a reliable edge presence. This kind of synergy is exactly what a team looking to make a playoff push needs. Furthermore, the impact on the team's psyche can't be overstated. Adding a player of Landry's caliber sends a message to the entire roster. The organization is committed to winning, and they're willing to invest in players who can make an immediate difference. It also boosts the confidence among fans, who have been eager to see the team take bold steps forward. The excitement around this move is palpable, and it could be the spark that ignites a winning streak or at least a more consistent performance on defense. Looking ahead, the NFL schedule gets tougher, and teams like the Eagles and Cowboys remain formidable opponents. But with this added firepower, the Commanders can match up better, especially in crucial moments. The defense, which has allowed an average of 27 points per game so far, will benefit immensely. If Landry can replicate his 2025 form, he could be the difference in close games, providing that extra pass rush push that forces turnovers or halts drives. And in a league where every possession counts, that could be the key to sealing playoff berths and maybe even making a deep run. In summary, this trade isn't just about acquiring a talented player. It's a statement. Washington is signaling that they're all in this season, that they're aiming for a playoff push and beyond. The addition of Harold Landry could be the piece that finally unlocks the potential of this defense, transforming them into a unit that offensive coordinators fear and quarterbacks dread. It's a move that could redefine the team's trajectory for the coming years and set the stage for some exciting football in the nation's capital. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this big move? Do you think Harold Landry will be the game changer that elevates the defense to new heights? Are you optimistic about the team's chances now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep riding this roller coaster together. The road to the playoffs is heating up, and the Commanders are making bold moves to get there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.